Good morning. It's my privilege and honor to be speaking on this from this sacred platform of VCC, and I'm sure each and every person over here has been enjoying and getting the clicks since you have been watching. I'm here to share from my journey, from my experiences and my learnings that I have got from my uplines from in last 13 years. What is it that has kept me going? What is it that has kept me wanting to achieve? What is it that has kept me facing and overcoming challenges? Probably from all that, and I'm still working on this. I'm still work in progress. But from my journey, if I have to share, let me share from a question that most of them end up asking. This whole success about maxing out consistently, becoming a diamond or becoming a successful person in this business looks next to impossible at times. Now, why does it look impossible? Is because probably we are looking at the ultimate thing that we have started calling as success, and that is max out, and that is diamond or blue diamond. So we have started calling the peak of Mount Everest. We're looking at that and we're calling that as success. And from the place that we are standing at this moment, this looks like really far, or probably we can't even see, we can't even look at the peak. And because it is not visible, we start looking at it and saying that it is impossible. Now I'm going to share with you what made me believe that it is possible. So I realized that I am damn powerful. And when I say that to myself, and I want each and every person to say that to yourself, that I am powerful. And why do I say that I'm powerful? I believe that amongst all the beings in this world, we as human beings are the super beings. And why are we called as super? Why do I want to call ourselves as super beings? Is because the kind of power that we have, a lot of beings don't have that power. And if we can just realize that the power that I carry, if I have the power, I am a super being. Because when we say I have a superpower, I become a superhuman. When I have a superpower, I become a super whatever, man or woman. So I want to talk about the powers that we carry. And that is what I realized, that I have the power. And I think I never acknowledged it before walking into this business. I never even looked at it as a power. I took it for granted. I took all these powers for granted. I guess probably because nobody spoke to me about it. And we are conditioned in a certain way that or probably we are exposed through our schools, through our society, through our families. We're exposed to learnings on subjects that can help us have a lot of knowledge on and help us deliver projects for companies, take up a job. Probably those kind of things that is what we learned. We got exposed to learnings of how to behave in a certain environment, in front of society, in front of families. So I guess, how do I behave? What do I need to know? A knowledge that can help me have a job is what I think I got exposed to. Beyond that there wasn't too much of a learning that I got that could help me realize what I'm going to share with you about this power. The first thing that I want to talk about, and there are a list of things, I probably will just pick few and share with you that I realize about myself, and that has helped me believe that it is possible, that I am possible. Like there's no more impossible. It just, after realizing the power, I could believe that I am possible. So let me start with this list of powers that I feel. And that is something that we have been taking for granted. If you feel that you also have been taking for granted, please ensure that from this moment onwards, acknowledge that power. Acknowledge that you have the power. And this power, acknowledging the power is the first step. And then knowing how to use this power. See, when you acknowledge that I have the power, it can be used or abused. Whether we acknowledge it or not, The power is something that power has been there with us. So because I didn't know it earlier, I was abusing it. After I got to know, I started using it for myself. Now let me start off with the powers. I'm sure a lot of people are super excited and wanting to know, eager now, what are these powers? The first thing, I have the power of imagination. I can imagine. How many beings in this world can imagine? I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I would probably go and check what the scientists say, the experts say about it. And the experts say this, that the other beings cannot imagine the way we can as human beings. We have the power to imagine. And the power that we have, that we can imagine. We can imagine something even before it has happened. We can actually play that movie, we can play that scene even before the scene has actually happened with us. So what do I mean by that? When I'm imagining, I can imagine if I have to really look at, I'm trying to put some effort. Let's say in our business, I'm doing prospecting. When I'm doing prospecting, I have a choice. I can imagine what the prospect would respond back with. I have the power to imagine. Now what do we choose most of the times? We choose to imagine all the negative things. Now it is a power. It is a power. The power that we carry, that I can imagine, and most of them think it's just imagination. I can imagine. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do any harm. But it is a power. When there is power, something happens to it. There is a manifestation. There is a transformation, a conversion. Something happens. That power does translate. So that imagination power, if I'm going to use it to imagine something positive, I can actually manifest something positive. If I'm going to think negative, that imagination power, I'm abusing it to think negative. Now if I have a choice, then I have that power. If I acknowledge it as my power, and after acknowledging, am I going to abuse it? Am I going to start thinking, using my imagination for negative things? Because once I know it is a power, then why will I? Why will I not use it for my good? Like, I'm sure most of you have heard this line from one of the most famous movies, which says, with great powers come great responsibilities. So one of the great powers is this power of imagination. It is a power, and it is a responsibility that we use this power for our good for our family, for our good for our friends, for our good for the world. Why should we imagine negative when we can make a choice of doing all this, putting all this imagination for positive things? So the power of imagination, don't underestimate this power. The power of spoken words. The second thing, the power of spoken words. Every word that I say has a power. It has got energy. It has got power. If I acknowledge that every word has a power, we can go read, study and find out about it. If my every word has got power, how can I just not use it for my good? If I cannot use my own words for my good, for my success, for fulfilling my dreams, how can I ever complain, crib, blame somebody for saying something to me, for rejecting me? They have rejected me, is what they did. But what do I do to myself? The kind of words that I use, what do I say when I have to put across something? Do I use negative notions? But do I put it in a negative way? But you know what? I'm trying, but it is just so difficult. I just said it. I just said something. It is going to manifest. It is a power. We have been given that power. So how am I going to use it? Am I going to say all these things? Am I going to talk about how things are not working out? How things are not in my favor? How everybody's against this business? Why should I be talking about? That could be a fact outside. But why should I use my power and talk about it and put so much energy into it that I manifest negative things? Why should I do that? Am I not Don't I want my dreams? Don't I want to fulfill my dreams? Am I a responsible person? Am I taking the responsibility of fulfilling my dreams? If I'm going to take the responsibility of fulfilling my dreams, then why shouldn't I use this power of spoken words? Why can't I say those words that help me achieve my dream rather than becoming a barrier to fulfill my dreams? So the power of spoken words, damn powerful. Anything we speak to our family and we say, no, I didn't mean that, but I'm just saying it. It's so difficult to do this business. People, I don't think people will sign up. I don't think people will sign up. You just said something. Think about it. Before you say, think about it. Is that really true? Is it true? Because there are so many people, when you're saying it, somebody's becoming a sapphire. Somebody is seeing success. So why say something just because I don't feel good? It's damn powerful. So take that pause and realize that your power of spoken words, the power of thoughts, I can experience anything around. People are saying things, people are going to tell me things, people don't pick up my phone, people are saying that I'm doing something that is not right. People can say things. When they say, what kind of thought process do I carry? What kind of thoughts do I carry? So, am I going to let what they say affect me? Now let me ask you something. Let's say you have your hands, I want everybody to put your hands like this, okay? In your palm, okay? Let's say if a crow, like you're standing there, you're sitting there, and a crow just shat on your, I'm sorry, but it's just an example, okay? An analogy. So it just shat on your palm. What are you going to do? The first thing you're going to do is wash your hands. You're not going to stand there and shout at the bird. I'm not going to clean the shit. This is yours. This is not my crap. This is your crap. You're not going to do that. Why? Because while you are going to do that, it's your hands that are getting dirty. So when I understand, when it comes to my hands, why don't I understand this when it comes to my mind, my thoughts? Like why people say something, why do I want to rub it all over? Keep yourself clean, because that is damn powerful. It is very, very powerful. So every power that I have been talking about, understand, it's the power. We can speak, it is powerful. The power of listening. What do we listen to? The entire day, there are so many things happening around the world. Trust me, whatever is happening around the world, can you and me, we have to ask ourselves, can I do something about it right now? Can I do something about it? If I can't do anything about it, if I can do anything about it, let's just do it. To help. But if I can't do anything about it, listening to it again and again, the news around, anything that is not something that you and me can help, why listen to it? Because it is powerful. Anything that I listen can make my thoughts and my imagination, it can block my thoughts and my imagination, and my power becomes, there is a block, there is a limitation on the power, how to use my power. And because there is a limitation, I find everything impossible. I look at everything, it's so impossible. So stop listening to something that is negative. Not required. Instead of saying that I don't want to listen to anything negative, occupy yourself, put yourself in listening to something beautiful. VTube has got amazing videos. All our uplines have spoken on that. There are videos on that. Why don't we listen to that? We have all our Wednesday videos by Chief, all available on all VTube and other platforms. Why are we not listening to it all the time? So if we feel that there are these negative things around, to keep our immune system strong, this immune system of our thought process, immune system of our imagination, because everything has got that immune system. To keep it strong, Listen to all the uplines sessions. They're all available. If you don't have it, ask your uplines, they have it. So by listening to them, the next power comes, the power of association. By listening to people who actually talk about, who believe that everything is possible. If I'm going to be around them, if I keep listening to them, my conditioning changes, I start believing. And from that belief, I put all my actions. Every action that I do, I put that belief and my conviction, because that has grown because of the association that I have been with. So if I can take care of all these powers that have been given to me, I haven't done anything for this. To be able to speak, I haven't paid anything, I haven't done anything. I've been given that power to speak. I have been given this power to imagine. I have been given this power that I can think. I have given the power that I can hear. I have been given the power of association. Today we all are together watching this VCC. This is the power of association. And what did we do for this? Think about it. We walked into this business. How did we walk in? We bought a product. We paid, we bought a product. And we didn't do anything. We bought the product. And like we buy so many products, I didn't do anything other than that for this business. I bought a product. Like I buy so many other products. For this business, I didn't have to do anything different. So it has come to me. So with all these power, I want to add one more. The power of writing. Write. When we are writing, it is damn powerful that I'm able to write. Because I have got my hands, it's the power that I have. The power of writing. Write your dreams. Write your list every single Friday. After the closing, write the list. Write those names that you're going to call that week. Write. Because it is damn powerful. It has the power. When I write, there is a science behind it. When I write, all the messages that go to my brain, I think about the person. It's a telepathy. The energy goes and that person gets it. Whether you call or not, some way that person will call you. So the power of writing. So having so many powers, how can we not believe that anything is possible? Everything is possible. And I am possible. So guys, realize the power. I probably could speak from my 13 years of work experience and my learnings that I have got from my uplines, that every day I'm conscious about this. How do I use my powers? It is nothing to do with what I have achieved today. It is nothing to do with what you haven't achieved till date. It is what we are going to do at this moment. This moment, being aware that how am I using my powers? If you realize how powerful you are, it doesn't matter what your educational qualification, it doesn't matter what background you've come from, it doesn't matter what place you come from, it doesn't matter what skills you already know, it does not matter. Nothing matters. What matters is you acknowledge this power. First, acknowledge, realize that you have this power. Once you know you have this power, what will you do? What will you do? You have this power now. It is obvious. I'm assuming each and every person sitting there is hungry. Hungry to fulfill their dreams. If you're hungry to fulfill your dreams, why would you not use the powers that have been given to you? All the power that has been given to you. Why wouldn't you? And if we don't use the power, we have a dream, we have the power, and we're not using it. Why should I expect my dreams to come true? Why should I expect when I am taking things that have been given to me for granted? Now let me ask you something. Any of these powers, think about it, the power of imagination, the power of spoken word speaking, the power of listening, the power of writing, the power, all this power. If anybody in this world comes and asks me that they're ready to give me $1 million to give away this power, am I going to give that power to them? $1 million, and I will never be able to speak again. Am I going to do that for $1 million? How many of them would not? Nod your head if you say no. I am not going to give that power. $1 million, and they say that, you know what, give me the power of the power, that you got the power, right, to listen. Give me that power. I'm going to give you $1 million. Are you going to say yes? Take away this power? No. So when you're not going to give away this power for $1 million, and you have it, you have the power which is more valuable than $1 million, why shouldn't we realize that it's time for us to use that power? Use the power, and then never will I ever say that it's impossible. The only thing that we will say is, I am possible, because I'm a super being. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. I hope I could share from my journey that I have been practicing, learn from my appliance. I could share it with you. I hope it helps you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Love you all.